Welcome to the Intermediate Website Updates training video number 1. That is an overview of the media library. So in this short video we're going to be seeing what the media library is, how the media library works, and most important, getting the best from your media library. So let's have a look at the website we've been working on with all of our videos so far. This is website style 9 and it's in a template format. We're going to go right down to the bottom of the page, click on the login, and we're going to log into this site. Okay, once we've logged in, we find ourselves at the site dashboard, and we can see that there is a link on the left hand side called Media, and the pop-out menu has a library option and a add new option. So you can either click on Media and that takes you to the media library, or you can click on Library and both of these take you to exactly the same place, that is the media library, or you can go straight to add new, which is to add something new into the library, such as an upload of a file, a PDF file perhaps for a newsletter, or an image file if you're wanting to share a photograph, or a video, etc. etc. So I'm going to click on Media, and that takes us to the media library page. Now there's lots to see here. This media library page contains all of the items that are to be read and worked through and looked at and shared on the website. It works like one huge big folder. Everything goes all in one place. This is typical of cloud computing these days, and you need to be able to know what's in there, to be able to sift through the materials really easily, to be able to find the materials really easily, and you need to be able to delete, edit, change, attach, etc. to postings, to pages. So there's a lot of work to be done in this media center area. What we'll do as we look at this library, we'll focus on a few main things in this intermediate video. Firstly, to understand, as I've already said, everything is in one place, whether it's a PDF file or whether it's a set of images, whether it's an icon, a gallery, whether they are image web links. If you upload something to the website, it all comes into this one central place. Now, after a while, when you've got several hundred, or dare I say several thousand items, it can be a little bit daunting as to what's in here. How do I control what's in here? How do I find out what's in here? So there are different ways of being able to sift through your materials. There's a drop-down menu here which shows that currently all media items. Now if you're a person that likes to work with audio or video, then you can choose to click on either of these, and as soon as you click on this drop-down menu, it will do the search for you. So currently I don't have any audio files in this template. I don't have any video files in this template. I do have lots of images, and as you can see, I am now just looking at images. There are no PDF files for policy documents, for newsletters right now. I'm just looking at the images. Or if I go back to all media items, you can now see that the PDF files that we do have in here are also now showable. Okay, if ever you've come here and you can't see some of the items that you're expecting, just to make sure that it shows all media items and you haven't left it on another setting. You can also search by date. So for example, these are the different months of this year and last year that I've added into this template site. Clicking on each of these will again show you the different items that you uploaded during that month. And as you can see, in this month I've only uploaded one item. There's also a bulk select option. This is very useful if you want to delete multiple items. So as soon as I click on bulk select, you can see we get two brand new buttons in place, a cancel selection and a delete selected. So for example, what I could do now, without holding down any keyboard keys, but just straight with my mouse, clicking on different items, I can select them. And then those that are selected, I can either cancel or I can delete them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click delete. It says you are about to permanently delete these items. Cancel to stop. Click OK to delete. So I'm going to click OK. And now I've just deleted using the bulk select item. Again, I can do a very powerful search here. I can choose to search for news, and immediately it's found the word news in 3 newsletters. Again, this is a very quick way of browsing through the different files that you have on your site. Can I just show you that this newsletter here has a date attached to it in its file name, and that makes it a far more powerful object in the website. So for example, if I wanted to find out newsletters that were just for 2015, I could type news 2015, and because this newsletter has the word news in it and 2015 in it, it immediately sifts out the other 2 newsletters that were uploaded. If you make sure that all of the items that you upload to your media library are properly named, where the name represents the item and the date in which it was uploaded, it means you can find your individual items far more quickly and easily than if they are not named correctly. Remember, this is just one single folder into which everything is uploaded. Again, as soon as I delete those off, it brings back everything else into view again for me. Now there's a second way of viewing items, and this is the list view. If I click on there, it shows me all the items again, but as a list. And as I place my mouse over each one, it gives the added extra options of edit, delete permanently, or view. You do not automatically get these 3 options in the other view, only in list view. The one big difference, however, with this view is that you can't scroll all the way down and see all of your images and items in one simple web page. You can see down in the bottom right hand corner the fact that now the items that make up the media library have been split up into 8 separate pages. So if you want to do a quick delete, then it's quite easy to go into this list view. However, I personally prefer to see all of my images side by side. And if I want to delete or edit something, rather than being in list view, I like to be able to click on the item itself, and it is opened up in this small pop-up window that appears on top of the media library view that is currently filling the browser window. And if you want to come out of here, you just simply click on the X and it takes you back again. Let me click on there again. Once we've clicked on an item, you can see its name, you can see its file type, which is a PDF, the date it was uploaded, and the file size. You also get the delete permanently option here, and you can also edit the item from here. You can also have a browse option where you can begin to click through each of the items, and you'll notice that there's an extra edit image option when you come across an image rather than a PDF file. If you want to edit an image, you just simply click on the edit button, and then you have some tools that you can rotate the image with. Once you've finished doing your rotating or whatever it is you want to do, you then just need to click on Save, and then you can carry on and browse through your different files, and then you can come out of this pop-up window and you are straight back at your main media library. If you are viewing in the list view and you choose the edit details, you cannot go and browse through with those nice little buttons, those left and right buttons that we had, and you cannot get back to, after editing and updating, you cannot get back to the media center except by clicking on the original media link, and then it can bring you back to the media center. So that's one of the main differences between these two views. So personally, I would keep it in this view so you can quickly see all of your uploads. You can quickly do your searches in this view. You can do bulk select for delete. You can still sift through, and whenever you do want to actually view an item and you click on it, you can edit it, you can change its details, you can add descriptions in, etc. You can still browse through, and then you can quickly close it down and you're straight back here. So it's very important that we keep our media library sensible, that we name everything really clearly, so every single object has a name that represents the object itself, that we are very careful to make sure that if we have any items that are not needed to be in the media center, in the media library, that we delete them. Sometimes you can upload something by mistake, and therefore it's good to visit the media library to find it and then to delete it. And you'll be coming back to this media library, especially when we add images into posts or attachments such as newsletters, policy documents, etc., to the different postings that you add to your website. So this is a basic overview. I hope you've begun to understand how important this media library is, and that everything you put here needs to be labeled correctly. One last thing as well, everything put into here needs to be of the smallest file size that it possibly can be, and therefore it will be good to look at the other videos on our video help page that show you how to resize documents before you put them onto the website, resize images and video, etc. Okay, thanks for watching.